Hey there, it's Nathan here. In this video, what I want to share with you is how to find your target audience. This is going to be a three-part series. This is part one. And really what I want to dive into on this first part is your target audience. So first off, what is your target audience? And how I would define that is it's the perfect client, team member, or customer that you would like to attract to your offer or product or to a business opportunity that you're promoting. And so these people are the who to your business. These are the kind of people that you would rather work with them on a daily basis rather than to lock yourself into another job. And dealing with these people that don't have the same values that you do, it can be frustrating, right? So it's easier to run with 100 people that are going the same direction that you're trying to go than it really is to drag one dead body that won't do nothing. You know, they won't better themselves and they won't help anybody around them. So you really want to figure out who these people are. And one of the biggest mistakes that you make is that you think that everyone is your target audience. You can't speak to everyone. And let's face it, not everyone's cut out to do what you do or buy what you think is cool or helpful. Some people will get your vision and some won't. So don't make the mistake and waste your time trying to convince someone that, this is the bee's knees and they should buy from you or join you. It's just not like that. So you want to really focus your time and attention on those that you really, really want to work with. The other thing that I want to advise you is that, get your base audience down and then be flexible because your audience won't be exactly, what you want or what you expected, and it may change on you. So roll with the flow, and then once you figure out who your core audience is, you can really dig deeper and figure out how you can help them even more. So let's start off with the first part of the series, and this is all about audience identification. And that's all about how do you determine who would be a good fit for you. And when I go through this process, what I like to do is ask myself 3 questions. And these 3 questions, let's start with the first one. And that is, what kind of people do I want to attract or work with? And so whenever I ask this question, this has several answers to it. And it really determines, or it's based on these factors right here with, how old are they? What occupation do they have? What kind of income do they make? What are some of their personal values or beliefs? And then lastly, who are some people that they follow or that they learn from? And really by understanding these things, it will enable you to speak to them in a way that they relate with. And then that will help to create the relationship with you because you feel, they start to feel like, hey, this guy or girl, they get me. They understand, what I like. And so the second question that I ask myself after I get this part down is, what kind of people would you love to hang out with and even travel with? Now this question is, it helped me with finding my spouse as well, because honestly, there's some people you cannot stand to be with in a car ride for more than 5 minutes. And so if you're going to spend, extraordinary amount of time with these kind of people, who do you want them to be? So that's why I asked this question. What do they like to do? What are some of the places they would like to go? What kind of activities get them excited? What kind of people would you like to hang out with every single day and even go travel with them? So, as I said, you'll be spending a lot of time with these people and helping them with their journey as they go through or with your product or their business. So make sure you answer this question honestly, because at the end of the day, it's going to affect the quality of your business and who you work with. And then lastly, the third question is, what kind of qualities would you want them to have? So this really will this will further strengthen the relationship that you are building, because people that share these kind of identities will be attracted to what you're doing and want to know more and want to work with you. So in the end, you attract what you put out. So there's your 3 questions that I want you to go through and answer. And what I'm going to do is, for this exercise, it's really important to get clear on who your target audience is. And so what I want to do is dive in. I want to give you an example. I'm going to show you how I kind of mind map it out. And let's dive right into my computer so I can show you how it's done. All right, so here we are. We're inside the computer screen at one of my favorite sites. It's mindmeister.com, and this is where I do all my mind maps. So as stuff starts to pop into my head and I want to quickly jot them down and put the ideas down, I'll go to this site and pop it in here. Now, you can create your own free account with this site, and if you'd like, I can give you a template of this at the bottom here in the description. Just let me know, or I'll just post it there anyways. But here is the first question, right? So we're dealing with audience identification, and our first question was, what kind of people do we want to attract? What kind of people do we want to work with? So here are just a few of my different things, and I want to work with men that have career success. They're at some point in their career where they're professionals or they're a business owner. They're between 26 to 40 years old, and they make between $40,000 to $125,000 a year. That's who I want to attract into my business, and these are the kind of people that I want to work with. I also want to work with people that are readers, that are learners. They're open-minded and coachable. They want to know, they want to know more. They want to grow their life to the next level. They have a belief that they want to help others, and that mentorship is important, and becoming a leader is a goal. And so in my business, I want to create more leaders, not just attract more people, but a certain type of person, someone that wants to take the lead, someone that wants to grow, their business and be the head of their business. And then I want somebody that's health conscious, because at the end of the day, I have this concept in my head of, the family hero. If you think about the lineage of all your family, I'll just quickly go over this. If you look at the lineage of your whole family, there's one person in your family that has made the shift or made the change that made a difference for the rest of the family that comes below. And so that person then becomes what I call the family hero. And that's what I want to be for my family. So when all of my grandkids and their grandkids, my name will still be brought up even years and years and years down the line, because of what I was able to do by helping other people and by creating a new life for my family now and for generations to come. That's my concept of the family hero, and that's the kind of people that I want to attract. And to do that, you have to become health conscious, because let's face it, if you eat ho-hos and ding-dongs every day, you're not going to be around for a very long time to continue to be able to influence and to grow and to help your family and your company and your business and do all these things if you're not in good health. You must have good health in order to continue on. So that's why I put in there that they're health conscious, not necessarily a nut to where they're locked down to, this is my diet, this is the only thing I'm going to eat, this is the only thing I'm going to do, but more or less, they're active, they like to exercise, they like to eat right. Sure, there's cheat days that happen for everybody. They try to maintain a certain weight, certain muscle mass, whatever the case is, but they're health conscious. They understand that they need to be here for the long haul to help as many people as possible and to make a difference for their family. So that's what I'm looking for out of somebody that's health conscious. And then, personal values. People that they are influenced by or that they follow and learn from, like, Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, Brian Tracy, Les Brown, and T. Harv Eker, right? Those are just to name a few. But those are the ones that have made the biggest impact on my life. And I would love to have more people that have been influenced or have changed because of what these people have taught. So I'd love to have them in my business as well. So you can see how I'm being very specific about what I'm looking for and what I want to attract into my business. So make sure as you're going through this exercise that you're just as specific as possible to make sure you have exactly who you want to work with in your business or bring to your offer or your product. So the next step or the next question was, what kind of people would you love to hang out with or travel with? And here I put a few things that I really like, and that's being around the beach or the water. So if I could do training classes or master classes, masterminds, on a boat, on the beach, with a fire going and pulling out a whiteboard and really helping people immerse into the environment. Because when you're in a place that you love to be and you can learn at the same time, to me that's one of the greatest places you can be at. So think about the type of people, what are the type of locations or places that you would love to travel with them to or hang out with them at. And so I put people that love golf. So, I'm focusing on successful men in their businesses that are, had career success, and so maybe they love golf and they'd love to go on the golf course and hit 18 holes, and then afterwards we'll go into the clubhouse and then dig deeper on how we can help them grow their business, just so that there's a little bit of fun mixed in with the learning experience. So these are the kinds of people that, once again, you're trying to attract into your business and you wouldn't mind traveling with. And then lastly, one of my biggest goals is I want to walk on fire at Tony Robbins' event with at least 5 of my team members. I think that would just be awesome, because if you think about it, there's so many limiting beliefs that we all have, but if you can walk across fire and then you can do it with, friends and people that you're in business with, or, that just sets a whole nother tone. And to me, that would be something that would be awesome to do with my team members. So that's on my list of types of people that I'd love to attract into my business. So make sure you go through this and get, once again, specific on what you're looking for. And then lastly, the third question was, what kind of qualities do you want them to have? And so for me, I want people that have integrity, they're positive minded, or oriented, I should say, because not everybody's going to have a positive day every day, but if you focus on that, then you can work your way to having positive days, weeks, months. People that are optimistic, that always look for the good despite what bad might be happening. As Tony Robbins says, life doesn't happen to us, it happens for us. So look for the good in why something happened. They also need to be action takers, self-starters, people that are just ambitious. They're hungry for the next level. They want something more out of life. They're not just settling for the 9 to 5 that happens every day, or just the mundane things of life. They want more, and that's the kind of people that I want to attract. And people that are resourceful, right? So they make it happen. So maybe they're looking at a business opportunity, or they're looking at something, but they don't have the money yet. Well, guess what? If it's really important to them, they find a way to make it happen. You don't have to sit there and stay on their butt and constantly tell them, hey, are you going to do this? No, they're already self-motivated, right? They're action takers. So they're resourceful, they'll dig deep, and they'll find a way to make things happen. And then lastly, I want somebody that's family-oriented. I'm a husband, I'm a father, and I want to hang out with people who are of like mind and like type. And so this is just the first part of your audience identification. Who do you want to hang out with? Who do you want to work with? Who do you want to travel with? What kind of qualities do you want them to have? Go through this exercise, dig deep, and then find who you want to work with. All right, so this wraps up this video. I hope that you found it informative and you're able to get some clarity now on what you're doing with looking for your target audience. And if you have, make sure you comment or you like the video, share it, or even subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you here. And in the next video, what I'm going to go over is the audience discovery, where we're going to dig deeper on a little bit more into who these people are. But as I said, go through and do this first step, part 1 first. Find out exactly who you're after. You don't want to target people that maybe complainers, or just people you can't stand, right? People that place blame on others when ultimately what happens to them is based on the actions and decisions that they make, right? You want people to take accountability for themselves, or maybe you don't, but it depends on who you want to attract. So make sure you get clear on this. That way you attract the right people, you say the right things that turn people off that you don't want to work with, and attract the people that do. So go through, do the exercise, click the links below, and I'll see you in the next video.